Good morning. This is Karen with Veronica's Tarot and Coaching. Um, Today I'm going to go back to doing our normal spread. Current situation, present influence, future influence, what we don't see, challenge, what to look for, watch for, advice, and outcome. I am using the Black Cat Tarot today. Um, Keep in mind this is a daily reading and it is um, so more in the current energies. I do believe these readings are timeless. So, um, it's whenever you're going to see it, not necessarily a specific week or month or whatever. And these are daily energies, so they're in the very current. Doesn't mean today, but probably like okay. So let's go forward. So we have current situation is Six of Wands. That's kind of nice. What is the influence in the now? The present influence is Ace of Wands. Very cool. Can't ask for too much better than that. Future influence, Queen of Wands. We got a lot of wands going on. There's a lot of energy, passion, creativeness. This is probably work or project type stuff. It could be relationship, but if it is, it's one hell of a passionate relationship. What you don't see, the moon, that makes sense. Challenge, magician. Okay, what to look for or watch for? Four of Wands. Wow. Advice. Eight of Pentacles. And outcome. Six of Swords. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That changes the feeling a little bit. It's odd. So overall, the energies to me are the ones, but we have one pentacle, one sword, and one cup, and two majors. So this is something important, but I feel like with this card in particular, and I think we've talked about it, but the way I see it right now and with the other cards placed, this is about looking for something. So this is about something that you've been looking for and watching for and wanting, but it's important to you. It's important to your creativeness. It could be love, absolutely, but this is I don't think it screams love by any means, although sometimes I see Ace of Wands as definitely a passionate beginning with somebody, but doesn't mean that that's what it is. I definitely feel like it could be. Sorry, excuse me. I saw it. Just a sec. Super weird message came up, and I'm like, ugh. Scares me when that happens. So, yeah, this is about something that you've been kind of watching for and waiting for, and dreaming about too. Like this is a dream, and it's a dream in a lot of ways because I see a lot of cards that speak to dream. So the Six of Wands is being recognized for something, and this is like you're receiving recognition in a big way. This is, you know, it could be recognition, in public, like getting kudos for something, an email that goes, I'm having weird things happen. Okay, maybe I should go back to bed. Um, it, anyway, a window just opened up and it was weird because I didn't touch anything. Um, so yeah, recognition of some sort. It is and could be public. Um, I believe it is only because the influence is the Ace of Wands. So even if it's not public, it's more. It could be small group. It's more than you for sure. It's not just you recognizing something. I mean, it could be you recognizing a new beginning, absolutely. But I feel like it's more than that. It's a bigger deal than that. I feel like this six with the other people watching, I see that a lot right now. A lot of times I can see this card as you recognizing something within yourself, but I feel like this is definitely something that is going to happen or has happened where you've been, publicly recognized for something. Um, and it's important. And the influence of that is a new beginning. There's some new start to something. And this is an important start. Keep in mind when this comes around, the Ace of Wands, there's a lot of energy behind it. There is a lot of passion, there's a lot of motivation, there's a lot of energy. But in this case, there's also a little bit of sweetness to it too, because he's painting the picture of a lady in a tree, and there's passion there, and but there's also like this sweetness of capturing the moment. And I think that that is also the energy, and I think that is also something that you should probably look for, because this is Four of Wands is something to watch for. So capture this moment, because I think this is going to be an important moment. Sometimes when aces come into our life, like a new opportunity, if we don't grab it, it it leaves us, and then it's no longer. So this is an important reminder to really grab this and take a hold of it. It if this is for you, you will know this because it feels right. It makes you excited, however that looks to you. Like, like when I get excited, I'm all talking and my hands are going, and, I'm dancing, I'm doing all those things. But like for you, that could be a little more subtle, or, no, this isn't, this is very personal. So this is going to affect you, though, however that excitement leads to you. So once you feel that, that's probably the situation that's coming in. And this is important because it is about recognition too. And this moment, this new beginning feels like it will last. But man, we're going to get to that last card, but I think it's okay. So the future influence is the Queen of Wands, and that is that energy as well. I mean, it's kind of like the way I see the Queen is, definitely a mature part of that, but she's also I mean, she's a leader and all because she's a queen, but I feel like with her energy, a queen's energy, it's more about bringing people together, starting something that's super meaningful with a lot of energy and motivation and passion. So this is really an important influence. So whatever this situation is, it's going to draw you. I think this will be you bringing all of this to light. Like, this is going to be how you're going to see yourself. You're going to be motivated. You're going to be moving forward. It's a leadership, but in a soft way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily like you're going to be a manager or a supervisor, or if you already are, but it's more this soft energy of, this is a new opportunity. It's going to be good for you. It's going to cause you to be motivated. It's going to give you something different to do. But it's not a huge, I don't see huge money here, but I do see huge benefits. Like, it's going to, I mean, just like the Four of Wands, it's all good. So what you don't see is the moon. So just keep in mind, things aren't always as they seem. So this situation, you may not recognize it because you may be seeing it as something else. So if you're in a situation where you feel like this happened or that happened, know that this could be it. You might not be seeing it for what it is. The moon's about the shadows that are cast. This is also spiritual, but, and he's also searching for answers. So what you don't see is, because, okay, so when you have these two together, she's looking up in the sky and he's looking up in the sky. And to me, when we look up in the sky, a lot of times we're like looking for answers, right? It's just kind of like a natural thing to do, is to look up. Or some of us, maybe not all of us, but I do that. And when I see these two, this is something she's been looking for, right? This whole situation's coming together. And this says, this is something that you've been looking for. So, but you may not see this as it is. And I will say, because the challenge is the Magician, I think this challenge is knowing that you can do this, because I have a feeling, and that's because of the advice with the Eight of Pentacles coming in as advice. I feel like there might be this little bit of hesitation on it, like can I really do this? Is this something I can fit in? Is this, I feel like this is an opportunity, and you may be second guessing yourself, and that's the challenge, is to recognize the tools that you do have. What do you have, and what's in your back pocket, and just as a normal, what you're good at, that kind of thing, not necessarily the skills you've acquired, but your natural skills. And then, okay, what to look for is the Four of Wands. So watch for somebody. Okay, this can be two things. Watch for a celebration, but I feel like it's a coming together. So yeah, a lot of times we come together when we're celebrating, right? We have birthday parties, weddings, those kind of things. But this could also just be a group of people coming together and really hashing things out, or enjoying life, or enjoying this recognition. I feel like this is where this is all going to happen. So this is the thing to look for. This feeling, this, okay, maybe I need to go to this party. Maybe I need to go to, I don't know, this meeting that I don't really want to go to, but maybe I should go to it. Uh, there's something happening here that you need to look for, and it's about more than one person. It's about really coming together with something. But it's exciting, and you may not see that right away, but keep an eye for that. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, sometimes when we're invited to something, we don't see it as exciting, right? Like, oh, I gotta go because I gotta go, or I should go because it's the right thing to do. You may almost have that feeling, and I think that's why the moon is something you don't see. But know that this coming together might be a big deal. Might be a really big deal, actually. So our advice is Eight of Pentacles. So whatever the situation is, if you're challenged with thinking that you have what it takes, you just need to keep working at it. You've got what it takes. Hone those skills, master them. Work hard. Like, this guy's working hard on decorating his cake. He's working hard on it. Things don't always happen with the blink. Expertise can sometimes has to be learned, and sometimes it's there. Like, it's a natural. It's something that you do naturally, or you have a natural gift at. But to really, hone that, you may just need to practice these things a little bit, and really, and this is more for you, like, because the challenge is, do I have what it takes to do this? Do I have the tools I need? This advice says, as long as you're working at it, you can do it. And I think that's more the case than having to master it. Now, what this will do for you is leave a bad situation behind. This is going to take you into new, calmer waters. So if you have been in a place where you have been frustrated or bored or upset, or any negative type feelings, and I don't mean it has to be super negative, but just kind of like, blech. This is going to take you out of that feeling, place, or thing. So if it's just a feeling, like you've just been feeling bored, feeling not motivated, feeling that kind of thing, this will take you out of that and into a more conducive environment for yourself, and how, this whole thing. I think this is a great reading. Honestly, I do. I feel like this Six of Swords says you're going to be going into a better place, even if it's just a feeling, and that's all it is. It doesn't matter, because it is better. And I think this is more of a big deal than we may. Even if this is just a feeling, it can be a big deal, because feelings drive us. How we feel does drive things a lot. So know that. I think this is a really good reading. I think this is a very promising reading. I think if you've been having a hard time with anything, whether it's at work or home or in your love life or whatever it is, there is something new that's beginning. The problem is seeing it. That's what you don't see, is that you might not see this. Also trusting yourself, trusting that you have what it takes to to do this, whether it's love somebody, whether it's a new skill at a job, whether it's, just doing better on the day to day and your attitude and how you feel about things in general. I think this is a really important reading for somebody. Because I think it also tells us with the ace there, the 6 of Wands and the Queen of Wands all in that top row, and something to watch for is the 4 of Wands. Excuse me, that's like, those are all top-notch cards in a reading. To me, the ace and the 4 are big deals. To me, the 6 is a big deal. The 6 is a really big deal. I love that card in this deck. So let's get a piece of advice to close it off and see what is happening. So what is our advice? Oh, I dropped a card. Don't want that. So do this over again. There was Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you, something wonderful is happening today or soon. That Ace of Wands is a nice card. Okay, what's our advice today? 4 of Swords. Now remember, this is just a piece of advice for the day. And I'm just using the little sayings in the bottom of the book. I'm not reading this as the card. There's these little, I've showed you, there's these little sayings at the bottom. I give myself permission to slow down and heal. I will say though, well, I don't think this is to be quite honest, other than the Ace of Wands, and in this Ace of Wands is different, there's not a lot of speed in this. So this can be a healing time. And I do feel like this ace is not a super fast ace because he's painting, and painting takes time. But it is about passion and something that you're passionate about. So I think this will give you a lot of time to heal. I think whatever this is as well is healing in general. And so that's what it is, and to recognize that as well, because that might be something you need to see. So there you have it. I love this reading. It's a beautiful reading. Take care and have a beautiful day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.